Hey everyone, thanks so much for joining. This is Spencer Bonin and Balwinder Marwaha again coming at you with another episode of Unlocking You 2.0. And obviously this week we've been talking about how to overcome your fears. And today's video is another huge problem that people face, which is all about the fear of criticism. And I'm just going to pass this right along to you, Bally. And like, what's going on with this fear of criticism? What can people do about it?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Spencer. And this week about fear has been great because it's always good to reflect on, what's going on in our lives. What are the problems we face? And so,
Yeah.
the right away, this fear of criticism. How many times, Spencer, have you been super pumped, super excited about something, and you go and tell a family member or a friend, and what do? It's just like boom. And they're
More
like,
times than I can count.
exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
serious? You're gonna do that?
Yeah.
You'll never make it. You know? And it's a serious problem because what does that do to our psyche? What is it, we're like, oh, should I really do this? Is this for me? Or, will I be able to succeed doing this? And you
Yeah.
start questioning yourself, right? So, it's a real struggle and a real problem that you're excited about something, you've done the research, you're learning about it, you're ready to go, and maybe you're making a change in your diet, maybe you're making a change, and maybe you went and signed up for the gym, or maybe you decided to join a program or make a conscious effort to change your life. Maybe it's a career change, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Maybe you're later in life and you decided, hey, I'm going to go back to school and pursue education,
Yeah.
and you've done the research, because typically we don't just jump into stuff. We know what we want to do, or our instinct tells us, hey, this is what you should be doing. And then you go and share that excitement with someone, and pop, someone bursts your bubble. and,
Totally.
and they just, it's like a train hit you. It's like, whoa, I was like so excited about that, and like now I'm like, all my excitement's gone. And like,
Yeah.
listen, if that happens to you, there could be a couple of things. Not only are the people that you're sharing this with the wrong type of people, but Spencer, on the subconscious side, what else might be happening?
Yeah, so thank you so much for that. Because so with this as well, there's two things that are happening. One, if it's something that's kind of like later in life, and maybe you're
Mhm.
trying to this new career opportunity, like in this, or maybe like you want to join MLM, or maybe you want to do, go back to school, or
Mhm.
try out this different job. Maybe something like that. Maybe trapped emotions are getting triggered from
Yeah.
past experiences from when you had in the past, and then which maybe rejection is getting triggered, insecurity is getting triggered,
Yeah.
maybe you just a huge emotion of unsupported. And but then there's the second part, which is the original event, which is maybe you're just a kid and you
Mhm.
wanted to try out for the high school, or like for the school team for like some sort of sport, or maybe you wanted to do like a musical instrument in band class or something, and
Mhm.
people are like, oh, you can't do that, that's stupid, oh, that instrument's dumb, or like whatever it is, or you're cut from the
Yeah.
team. Guess what emotions are created in those moments? Rejection, insecurity, unsupported,
Mhm.
same things, right? And there's multiple other ones, but you can create them in the event, and um you can trigger them in the event for future as stuff as well. So that's kind of what's going on in the background. Now, what
Yeah.
else is going on with this criticism, Valley?
Absolutely. So, actually, what's interesting, Spencer, I want to add to that is you
Yeah.
talked about, as a kid, we want to try new things, we want to do new things, and we get told, oh, you won't be able to, or no, you're not, you don't know how to do that. That criticism, not only does it affect us then, but if we think back about it and we think about it too much, we can re-trap those emotions, right, Spencer?
Yeah, I mean, like, because and there's actually instances where it's like an event happens, maybe it doesn't take effect right away, but then there's
Hmm.
actually a part where it's like that happens, and then over the next year or two, because you
Yeah.
keep thinking about it, you can create a self-abuse, you can create a grief, and down the road,
Mhm.
you think about it. Oh, if you look at it like a graph, it's like boom, here's an event, sure, it crosses the threshold,
Yeah.
trapped emotion, or it can be like a little bit here and there, here slowly going up the chart, boom, crosses the threshold, boom, trapped emotion. So
Yeah.
it can be steady over time or right there in the moment. And either way, that one's a little bit more insidious as it takes more time, but it can still show up that way. Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Thanks. And it's just, I think that's important for you to know because
Yeah,
it's not that these things will affect you right away sometimes. Sometimes it's later on, and then later on you're just afraid to even try new things because of that past criticism, or
definitely.
that. fear of failure, rejection, as Spencer mentioned. So really then the next question is this fear of criticism, to get rid of it, what can you do? Well, maybe you change your circle of people.
Hmm.
Maybe you start telling them less and less. Maybe you've got maybe two sets of friends, or you communicate certain information with your family and certain friends, but then you've got a professional circle where you can give that information there. For example, let's say you're really excited and you're really pumped up about a new fitness program, and your family's not big into exercise, and they're not, it's not an important part to their life, but you want to make it an important part of yours. And you could go that to them and have that conversation with your family and say, hey, guess what, I'm starting this new fitness program. I'm going to do this, or I'm going to learn this new skill. And it could be you're younger, it could be you're starting to learn a new skill at a older age. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
But what would happen is if you talk to them about it, again, I'm going to go back to, they're going to burst that bubble, right? But maybe you say, okay, you know what? I'm not going to tell them. I don't need to tell them that much information.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it on a need to know basis. But who I am going to share it with is maybe somebody at the fitness program, or
Yeah.
maybe my trainer, or maybe the coach, whatever it may be, because who's going to be just as excited about it as you? And who's going to support you in what you need to do? So
Exactly.
really think about who you're spending your time with and what you're sharing with whom.
Yeah.
Because if there's people that are always criticizing you, throwing you down, and there's a difference between constructive criticism where they're saying, hey, listen, I just want you to think about this, rather than there's the criticism like, oh, forget it, you won't be able to do that. Or, yeah, I heard of somebody that tried to do that, and you know what happened to them?
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff, you don't need, forget it, out,
Yeah.
done. They've crossed the line. They're not helping you any, let them go. All right.
Exactly.
But subconsciously, Spencer, what happens? Sometimes we're drawn to like tell these people stuff. What do we do?
Absolutely. So, I mean, like, post in the back end, there could be all kinds of different energies as well. And you might actually have something that's kind of cycling that says, something like, everyone hates me, I'll always get rejected. But a really, really important thing, it's almost more on the conscious side that I was thinking about this is, I was talking to you a little bit about this before, was, it's like, who do you listen to, right? If
Mhm.
you're kind of like hanging out with this group of people, it's like, one of the greatest things that I've ever learned is like you want to listen to people who have what you want and have been where you are. And it's like if you're listening and taking advice from someone who isn't where you are or isn't where you want to be and doesn't seem to have this stuff that you want in their life. So it's like, why would I bother listening to that person? But it's so
100%.
important to make those connections and or almost disconnections. And it's weird. Like sometimes you have to like distance yourself a little bit or make those different associations
Mhm.
because it's necessary. You got to fill your mind and make you become the average of your five best friends. It's like one of the most common things out there. But
Yeah.
um, trapped emotions wise, once again, unsupported, rejection, insecurities about yourself, creative insecurity. You feel like you can't even create things in your life anymore because you just keep getting put down, put down, put down. And
Absolutely.
the solution here is to do what we're talking about. Listen to people who have what you want and have been where you are, but get a session. Do something on
Mhm.
are there any trapped emotions or are there any underlying imbalances contributing
Yeah.
to me fearing criticism, me listening to these people, like me feeling bad about what these other people are saying? You can break it down and ask those questions, and your subconscious knows what the answer and the solution is, and we can find out through muscle testing, right? So if that's something you really struggle with, if that's something you're finding that is a really big
Mhm.
challenge for you, reach out to us, talk to us, start a conversation, comment on our video here, and reach out to us, and we can help you. We can help you on the conscious and the subconscious, and really get you going in the right direction. So with that, is there anything else you'd like to say?
I love what you said about, those five best friends or your five closest friends are really, who you're going to become. And we've all heard the
Yeah,
saying, you are the company you keep, right? So
that's right.
rather than hanging around
Absorbed
these people,
emotions.
right? So rather
Yeah,
than hanging around these people and staying with them or sharing the same information with them, because what are they going to do? They're going to cause you to have more trapped emotions. They're going to cause you to have, you know, uh, despair anchors or statements like "I'm stupid" or "I don't know what I'm
yeah,
doing," and you don't want that. So listen, if you want to get out of that stuff, if you want to figure out, okay, I want to make a change in my life, I need to get out of this. I hate being afraid of making change, or, I've got all this fear. I want to change my life. I want something different. Then you know what? Send us a message.
Yep.
Let us know. We will help you. We will guide you, and we will do it complimentary. We will
Yep.
connect with you and let you know how we can take your life and change it so that it suits your needs, so that you're not living in a war zone and you're creating peace within yourself, within your home, within your heart, wherever it may be. We can help you do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So with that said, you want to find out more? InsideOutCoachingProgram.com. Check out the 2 really, really cool videos. They're short videos, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and it'll really tell you about how we combine the conscious and the subconscious together to change your life,
Yeah.
and really allow you to get from hell into heaven. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing is, every Thursday night we have a webinar. It's on replay right now for about another 24 hours. If you want to catch that, check out 2020recoverymanual.com. You register there and you'll be able to catch the webinar. If you need more information, or like, hey, I want to do more, or I want to get to know more, we can invite you to a special event. I know it's Friday night. It's happening Saturday. We've got a certain number of tickets that we can invite to. It's
Yeah.
a 3-hour experience. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal.
It's going to be mind-blowing.
Absolutely. So if you want to get on that, we can get you in, no charge. Just connect with one of us. Aside from that, if you're watching this after and you're catching this later on, then you know what? Just connect with us. Send us a message. We will help you get to where you need to be.
Yeah.
With that said, thank you very much. I'm looking forward to a new topic next week. If there's something that you want us to talk about, there's something that's a problem in your life, or something that's bothering you, or you can't get over, and you're like, I need your help, let us know. We'll cover that topic. We'd love to help you out any way we can. Take care, everyone. Have an awesome weekend. Thanks.
See you guys.